unacheki. So the same, so I want somebody mtu asumie umekuja na dem pale unambaya kadri zake
mfuko.
Usifike pale ule kwa budget bro.
On behalf of all the homies. On behalf of all the ulianzia Europe ama ulikuja tu kujipata Nairobi?
Unakuja na basi.
Kulikuwa na basi ndio Homeboys. Sasa usi mtu wa easy coach. Easy coach ni wajuzi.
Mimi nilitoka nini, unajua si ati nilitoka, of course mnajua natoka the capital city of Africa,
in Abu Dhabi. You can have an artist perform in Dubai on Friday or Saturday, and then take him to Abu Dhabi on the next particular day. You get?
It's a 1 hour drive. Wagwan guys, itabidi mwenyekiti amekaa kwa mkeka. Tuko kwenye kikao episode 8, Brian exclusive. DJ Gashu mazee. Yes. Karibu sana. Unfortunately
Cliff amechelewa zaidi kama
akachelewa mpaka hakuweza kukuja. Anyway. Apologies from Cliff with an E. Unfortunately angeweza kukam kwa hii session ya leo. So he's not missing out. He's amongst us in a way. So twende kwenye kikao man leo sasa. The most requested, the most asked for kikao guest.
Man, the man himself.
Man, he's not a stranger. He's not a stranger on kikao. I think
stranger kwa kikao.
Nani mgeni huyo?
Kuna mgeni wetu wa leo si stranger. He's been mentioned up I think from episode 1 to episode 7. Most of you know him. Some of you have heard of him. You've never met him. So now we put a face to the name. The man, the myth, the legend, Lordvic.
Unasema Lordvic with a V.
Lordvic.
Sawa, Lordvic with a V.
Leo nimetoa Odhiambo nikaweka Odhiambo nyingine.
Umeweka Odhiambo nyingine. The man from Europe. Has graced kikao.
Lakini anyway,
karibu sana Lordvic kwa kikao.
Asante sana.
Thank you for gracing the show today.
Wamekuulizia by the way.
I don't think kuna mtu tumeulizwa. Kila mtu anasema Lordvic anakuja lini
Mr. Promoter.
Walete hizo vitu wameshinda ukiniulizia.
Mr. Promoter.
Wataka kuona huyu promoter hapo kwa show.
Umekuja na goodies.
Umekuja na goodies.
So umekuwa wanaitishia sana wanileta sasa.
Umewaletea goodies.
Umewaletea nini wana kikao?
So wamenizoea wananiona kila siku zo goodies sasa.
Goodies ni kukuona. Hao wale wenye nini?
Kuna wale hawajai kuona, wanasikianga tu Lordvic. Unajua Lordvic ni nani? Sasa unasema wamewaletea nini?
Acha huyu wale nini? Demo hajapeleka dem Valentine. Alafu ana text 3 days after Valentine. I know I did not bring you something but can I see you? When can I see you? Na anajua vizuri sana hata maua
kitu Valentines. Speaking of Valentines, Gashu, how was your ilikuwa
je? Lakini ngoja kwanza before tuanze, unajua sisi tunatoka Oji alishawaambia standard ya Bondo. Hizi kamera ni smart.
Ziko sawa.
Hapa this is a production. Hapa tufanyi mambo ya this is a production. Umeona setup, umeona watu wako hapa hii area, umeona team kubwa hii.
Usione ni sisi team akashtuka.
Umeshtuka kamera. Watu ni wengi hapa ndani. This is a production my guy. This is a production. Hapa tuko ligiso. Hapa hata Oji mwenyewe ana respect.
Hapa Oji kuja anatii.
Yeye
ndio mwenyewe anatuambia
this is not hapa tufanye shoot, tunafanya production.
Napenda hiyo nini ya Oji, napenda kiburia Oji. Big up Oji, wewe ni mkali.
Ana represent vizuri.
Respect.
Unaulizaje Brian?
Valentine imekuaje wanaume?
Valentine tulikuwa Mugithi.
Mlienda Mugithi
reggae na marafiki.
Reggae na marafiki. Ilikuwaje?
Tuleta hadi watu wa Europe walikuwa.
Watu wa Europe walikaa Mugithi. Very nice.
Sasa unajua Valentine literally tulipiga pre na so nilikuwa double.
Kabisa.
So pre Valentine niliweza na Valentine yenyewe pika. Come through.
Nice. Hiyo ni fit.
Na wewe unatuuliza?
Yangu ilikuwa BA. It was very nice.
Ulipelekwa wapi ama ulipelekana wapi?
Mimi nilipelekwa.
Shaanza kutolewa dawari.
Anyway. But ilikuwa fit. Ilikuwa tu siku ilikuwa it was a very good Wednesday.
It was a polite Wednesday.
A very polite Wednesday. But it wasn't the best for me. it wasn't the best
Ah,
for
yeah, I've
me.
seen you upload some photos. Anyway.
Nilipata some
Some
not so
bad
good
news.
news, so it was a very polite
My condolences.
nashukuru asanteni for everybody that reached out on social media when we called for the prayers and everything. Shukran sana on behalf of me and my family and friends. Thank you for being a support system.
Yes.
Nimeshukuru sana by the way, wengi sana by the way walirespond, so mazee nashukuru. Tusonge anyway.
Tusonge mbele.
So Mr. Lordvic,
Inakuaje?
Sasa karibu kwanza again and again.
Unajua ile swali ya interview. Tell us about yourself.
Bas. Hebu tuanze, ulianzia Europe ama ulikuja tu kajipata Nairobi?
Unakuja na basi.
Akija na Mira Express.
Hizo siku zao ni mzee. Siku zao ilikuwa Eldoret. Na Homeboys.
Kulikuwa na basi leto Homeboys. Sasa usi mtu wa Easy Coach. Easy Coach ni wajuzi.
Mimi nilitoka nini, unajua si ati nilitoka, of course mnajua natoka the capital city of Africa. Moja sahi baba sahi ni international.
Baba anaenda kwa AU.
Wewe ni president of Africa. So sasa hiyo unajua capital city ya Africa iko wapi? Kisumu Dala. Sasa mtandi sasa unajua kuna swali zingine unaulizwa, tell us about yourself. Sasa ujui.
No, basically your childhood, yani growing up, wapi up until maybe tuseme shuleni nini, and then you figured out yourself ukakuja maybe Dubai and everything. Just briefly yani.
So me childhood yangu baadaye na ilikuwa very, I think I had very most balanced na fun part of childhood life. Kwa sababu mimi ni mtu childhood nimegrow tao.
Tao unasema Kisumu tao na tao ni Nairobi.
So nimegrow both Nairobi na Dala. So niko na those combined
experiences.
So class 1 to 3 hiyo sasa ndio childhood imeanza. Class 1 to 3 nimefanya actually nursery. Nimeanza nursery nimesomea Migori. Okay. Then after nursery so nikaenda sasa primary Nairobi
kwa tangu upper class.
Hapo. So hapo nikagrow nini esto kadhaa, but the main one ilikuwa Mbote na Ulolo. So Mbote tumekaa hapo na
Nairobi.
So unajua hizo maenzi, unajua kuna watu wamesha Mbote wanajua, unajua kuna maneno zingine watu sasa waje tu kuuliza mtu kwa Masai
anajua uko ni
nani anajua Masai, nani anajua mdogo. So those eras times akina Mbote la kamaliza. So those days Mbote tukakuja nikagrow nini, tukamove tukakuja Ulolo. So Ulolo pia kiasi. Then baadaye sasa kitu ilifanya sasa baadaye nitoke tata Nairobi kurudishwa, because actually we are family of 4. But one my bro wangu mdogo alipass. So sasa we are 3. So mimi ndo the eldest, alafu niko na my sisters wawili. Okay. So wow walikuwa
ndio unaona my sisters. Interesting.
That question was very personal. Why?
Wait, Yanga.
Sikari kwa mroka na masisi.
To be specific, Yanga.
So 1997 ulikuwa wapi by the way? Wewe kwanza.
Sasa mbona ni point?
Tunaanza na wale wadogo.
1997 ilikuwa wapi?
Karibu.
1997 bado nilikuwa nishaanza kusoma. Nilikuwa nursery I think na Nyuki.
Sasa 1997 sasa ndo hiyo ndo time. Unajua birthday yangu inakuanga crucial sana 7 mzee. So time madhe na Mbuyu wamesema waenda wabaie kijana birthday gift tao. Ile mbio walipelekwa Nairobi.
Sweet. Siku 7.
Wezi kai Nairobi.
Alafu 7 kwanza GSC walikuwa naunda wase, unajua hapo karibu na City Stadium hapo Dodoma. Mnaona kwa news ya saa moja unaona jamaa bila alikuwa anatandikwa nyuma ya mlango. Kwenu. Sasa baba tungetoka sasa sisi ni wadogo tumejivia chini ya kitanda. So hiyo experience Mbuyu alisema pana hii ni easy environment mtu anaweza grow. Itabidi kijana arudi mashinani kwa wenzake. Sababu ndo tukarudi Siaya
akacheza na ng'ombe.
Akacheza hapo ni primary kamalizia kaenda Sawagongo High. Watu wanyanza unajua Sawagongo, ukiambia mtu wewe ni mtu wa sawa wanaelewa maneno.
Sawa. Sawa.
That's the childhood. In summary.
Nice.
Interesting,
Hiyo ni poa. So saizi most people who know you in Dubai to be exact, ama wale wanakujua even in Nairobi who are watching, tunakujua ka promoter. Is there anything else you do apart from being a promoter? Ama hiyo ndo bread and butter?
Lakini
Bora kama anakuandaa. Uone kama akona jibu. Wewe unacheka hiyo.
Sina jibu. Mimi hiyo swali vile nimeachia. Hiyo swali umeachia. Ati wewe ni promoter ama kuna kitu kingine unafanya?
Unajua promoter ni event. So like is that is what
true.
Hata tuambie nini nyingine anafanya.
BiC events. Wewe ndo CEO wa BiC events.
Sasa kikazi unajua in fact normally when it come to
ama wewe ni kama daktari unasema hizo ni za ndani shehe.
Kuna za ndani shehe.
Hizo ni za ndani shehe.
No so normally kwa job but then mtu akiniulizanga that question mupe na hata mtu aniulize reverse. Kuna watu wanaulizanga kazi gani hujaifanya.
So wewe ni jack of all trades.
Kwa nimefanya vitu kadhaa mzee.
Wewe umekuwa hadi mwalimu.
Mimi kuna Malindi Street ikifika hata sasa hizi kuna vijana wangu na watu wakubwa sasa hizi ni watu wametandika viboko.
Na niulize bedhe hata umefanya uzuri umeileta close to home. Ukiwa okay wewe ukwenda teachers college lakini kuna kuangana kitu mnachochananga staff room kakupigana ama ikupigana kutoka.
Mbona walimu wanakuanga sadist? Now that umeshakuwa mwalimu.
Unajua kupigana kutoka wapi?
No, si saki ya kupigana. Unajua sasa ushonanga sasa especially watu wenye sipenda kusema mtu mwenye ule mwenye most of the time ako top on something undo mwenye kuna kosa kidogo akifanya undo unasikianga yani undo unakuwa mtandike kushinda tu ule mwenye
ni kichwa ngumu natural
kiasi so normally cause nini lazima maintain hiyo pa lakini sasa unapata mzee kuna mzee anapika hesabu vizuri alafu anashinda anapatanga 90 siku moja anaamka anapata 60 so unapata hiyo ni joke so lazima umrudishe
kwa 90
mzee
but lakini okay
but it was fun
it was
and especially you know when you go back home again there's a bit respect sasa kile mimi mtu unaona mtu anakimbia mwalimu sasa unajua siku hizi hata zimesahau sura zao tunaangalia mtu alafu anaanza kumbuka mimi sawa akikwambia jina yake mazee kwa mimi kwa memory yangu namuona vile alikuwa katoi kuna wengine literally unapata mtu nilimfundisha maybe class 3 akiwa class 3
ulimfundisha
because that was which from 2009 kuna niko my first candidate walikuwa 2000
by candidate that was in the primary school right?
Yeah, primary school.
So you are teacher in the primary school.
Yeah, 2007. So mtu alifanya KCSE.
KCP.
Sorry, KCP 2007 sasa anavako hapo.
How that is an adult.
Exactly.
Somebody is almost 30 years old.
Akina mimi.
Akina Gash, literally.
Huyu nikatandika hesabu huyu.
Hapo kwa hesabu ungeninyorosha. Hapo kwa hesabu na ungenipata.
Which school were you teaching? Which school?
Ilikuwa inaitwa Usenge Township Academy.
Kisumu.
Watu waimbo Usenge unaelewa. Una past so just then Siaya County lakini sasa Bondo teremka mpaka huko mwisho.
Nice. Okay, that's interesting.
So as the question was phrased, nini hujafanya?
What haven't you done? So basically you're jack of all trades. You've tried it all.
I've tried it all, yeah. But sasa now the main so unajua as you grow kuna zile umemaliza shule. So kama hii ilikuwa immediately nimemaliza high school. Alafu sasa ndo nikaanza na nilikuwa nimeitwa niva kwenda JKU tufanya IT. Lakini hiyo time so nilikuwa na calling letter ya IT. Ikapata kama pia nilikuwa nimeconnect kuja Dubai. Alafu sasa post election nikakuja karibu. So nikabuy time. So kwa hiyo process ya kubuy time ndio nikaingia najua time. Mimi mwenyewe nilijipeleka kuna mimi mwenyewe nilitoka tu siku moja nimeambiwa kama academy hapa sinaweza enda niulize kama naweza fanya kazi hapa. Nina tuko hapo nikapata niwa convince. Nikapata nini mama akaniuliza naweza fundisha nini? Mimi naweza nyorosha mascience na hesabu hivyo. Hiyo ndio nikaanza.
Nice.
So from hapo so unajua una build up and then high school mimi nilikuwa mtu wa drama. I think maybe hizi drama ndo zimeanza kutoka huku ikaanza kupromote so maybe so from hapo nikapatiwa hizo kwa kufundisha watu hivi madrama so unajua when you combine all days anaona potential yako.
They used to pay you. They used to pay you.
Bwana tulikuwa tumeheshimiwa. Mimi na kuna beshi yangu mwingine hapo tulikuwa, so that school was very funny. We had the old age na kuzojo sasa academy wanachukuanga wale wenye walisha retire. Unapata wao wenye retire maybe ni headmaster nini. Alafu sasa na vijana, so kulikuwa na that gap. So kulikuwa na
the age gap.
Age gap kuna the extreme wenye wameretire. Alafu sasa vijana wenye sasa tumekama. So mimi na huo boy, kuna boy beshi yangu mwingine hapo. Sasa sisi tulikuwa tukitembea street majioni, unajua mnajisikia umetoka hapo shati. Moja nyinyi mko kwa payroll. Alafu unajua uzenge mostly watu pale ni unajilek. So majority 80% ni watu wavuvi fishermen. Lakini sasa nyinyi watu payroll. So katikati ya mwezi samaki hizi makarao walikuja walinyang'anya watu hapo kwa nini samaki ziliharibika. Lakini nyinyi mko kwa payroll mzee. So lazima mnajisikia mko another class.
Uko sawa nice.
Tao mbili
Ndio hiyo time ni pesa poa.
Per month.
Kwa pesa poa? Hiyo tao mbili una budget nao unalipa.
Unaishi bado kwa mzazi?
Ni kwa mzazi, lakini so best yangu unapata yeye alikuwa amerentisha, so literally tukudwork kwa sababu alikuwa amerentisha na hiyo ndio inamsustain pia.
Hiyo ni poa.
That's interesting. So promoter ulianzia before Dubai or after, or when you came to Dubai?
No, promoter nimeanza Dubai.
How long have you done it up at Dubai?
Not long. Which year? In the year which
how old is BIC events? So you started BIC events as the promotion company and business aspect of it.
Nini COVID ilitoka mwezi gani?
2020.
Which year?
2020.
2020, so after 2020.
2021, so sema 2021, yeah.
2020
venye sherehe zilianza kurudi.
2020.
Okay. That's so 4 years. Hiyo ni fit.
Actually,
it's been 1 year now since I started working with you guys with BIC.
Really?
Yes, ilianza last year just before Valentine's.
Sasa zingine unaangalia update
remember la Kanita ile ilikuwa take off hiyo t-shirt umevaa.
Okay. Lakini sasa shapiga 1 year.
That was the first show.
That was my first show with BIC.
Hiyo ndo fashion nilifanya naye.
Kali.
So to 1 year of working together. Siku nilisahau
anniversary at least inakuja na nini.
Hapo hapo nataka nipashe ma DJ hizo kusahau market. Baadaye yenyewe nzuri nyinyi ma DJ wote. Wacha hata before muulize maswali. What's wrong with the DJs na cables?
It happens.
Ina happening.
Your experience yangu na si hata nyinyi pekee, so many DJs cable lazima uko
what happens with cables, I can try and explain this but si tunatetea mtu ama kujitetea. What happens is sometimes there are so many cables that you need to have. So unapata when you're packing them you feel like umezipack zote but kumbe kuna moja umeacha. Sometimes which is the crucial one. Because when you're doing with a CDJ ya kawaida like a DJM 1000 2000
when you're dealing with
so lazima ikuwe na tatu.
When you're using a DJM mixer.
But
when you're using a
kidogo ukitumia DJM mixer na CDJ you have to have 3 cables.
That is if you're using Serato.
If you're using Serato, kutumia record box ni 1 cable. But when you're using itango DJ SM hizo.
The Serato powered ones.
So unatumianga na
it's only 1 cable. So kuna hiyo assumption ya maybe because kama sasa for example umeshaona maybe this venue show na DJ kutumia Serato, unaweza assume kama kuna wasoro wanatumia Serato, that means they have their cables. Exactly. So kumbe they don't have their cables, it's up to you to bring your own. So kuna saa zingine inaweza kuwa assumption, alafu saa zingine pia inaweza kuwa kusahau.
Actually that reminds me when I started DJing I went to Hideout. Hideout they used to have their own cables. Kila kitu kwa hapo hadi headphones. So mimi nimeenda nika connect ikacheza. So I remember with the late Babu. So mimi nimecheza nimemaliza. So Babu had another show and he was like, "Gashu, endo nishikilie show 2 hours at least enda kujoin baadaye." Mimi nimeenda kawaida vile nanga Hideout na kabakangu.
Hakuna cables.
Hakuna cables. Wacha hata cables. Hakuna hata moja. Lakini hata unaweza tumia excuse. To make it even worse, sina hata AUX cable atinaweza cheza na simu ni by time. Babu alinipasha.
Nyinyi sasa mnafaa mkae chini. Unajua mpaka nilikuwa tempted niseme DJ siku moja mnipatie niwatengenezee checklist
ukinini una
Nizungumbe tu before utoke iko na plain paper checklist. Laptop iko, charger iko. Hii cable sijui wote cause hizi cable zote mnasema ziko. So ununue zote uweke kwa bag moja iko na checklist.
Right now stongi kitu yote kwa bag yangu isipokuwa laptop. When I'm in the house the only thing naweza toa niko na cable ya hao na niko na cable ya gig.
Ilibidi nimefika hapo hata
so niko na setup yangu kwa nyumba because I have my setup in the house. The cables for the house are totally different from the cables I use when I'm going.
Hata nikwambie
avoid
you because make sure your checklist unasema it's very important because the last show nilicheza nilisahau cable kwa klabu. Mimi kwa kichwa wangu najiambia si cable zangu zote ziko kwa bag because zitokangi kwa bag. Nimefika show sina cable moja.
Ndio sasa.
But now the good thing siko peke yangu tulikuwa na msee.
It's always good to check.
So ama uanze biashara unabeba cable.
Unahaya.
Unajisahau na komboesha.
Unakomboesha sasa. Sasa naomba cable moja. Unataka juleta kama utaki wewe uende ukutafuta.
Sasa Lordvic, what does a promoter do? For those who don't understand what you do as a promoter, what do you do? What is the role of a promoter in terms of when you're doing as BIC events? What do you do?
Okay. Now you see there are two things. There's an event organizer. Okay. Then there is a promoter. So anyway, if you're a promoter, basically you are doing an event. Okay. Like this is sasa kuna watu
what's the difference pia alafu? What is promotion alafu na what is the difference between those two?
Okay. Now being a promoter utapata you'll find you are linked with probably a particular product or a particular club of just to be specific in this upper Dubai how people perceive a promoter. You'll be in charge of a particular event, particular day in a particular club. So you'll be promoting that particular club.
You try to bring numbers
you're trying to bring numbers. So basically about the numbers and of course in terms of
revenue
yes. To boost revenue and numbers.
Revenue. Yeah, exactly. So, but event, again, there are those who do, like event organizers, they do once in a while. So they are not even linked with any particular club.
Yeah, so they organize the whole thing from scratch.
They organize the whole thing from scratch once in a while. So somebody comes in doing this particular club, then after some time, maybe after 2 months or 1 month.
Or even an independent venue where maybe
different
they pay.
venues. Yeah. So them, they are not aligned with particular club. But now, most promoters, especially now, those who do like even weekly, you have a particular day, you have a Friday, so this particular Friday you have to promote a particular club.
Like that. So you can take 3-4 clubs a week where you're promoting this one on this day, this one on this day.
Yeah. Sometimes that way you can even decide to take straight up, even 4 days.
The whole week. It depends with what you can do, right?
Yeah.
So as a promoter, so you make your money from the revenue.
Literally, yeah. You have to make money from revenue, but now it will depend on with your agreement.
Your agreement
you
and the venue.
The venue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is. So when you're doing so, do you do both? Do you organize events and do you promote, or do you just promote only?
Okay, literally, if you're doing event, then you have to promote that particular.
No, are you an event organizer and promoter, or just? Because we say the event organizer means...
Okay. Yeah. No, from my case, it's both.
It's both, right?
Yeah, it's both. Yeah, so I'm aligned with particular clubs, so whereby I need to promote that particular club. And also it will be on a particular day. Okay? And then there are times also I can decide to do a particular event and I might decide to take it to a different club, not necessarily the same club. But literally we always prefer, if you are promoting at the same club,
do it on the same.
It's good to bring because see when you are like if you're a promoter, it doesn't you don't bring the crowd on a single day. It takes time.
So literally build up.
You always say like you build up. You build up the day, the night, whatever.
So when this one, as the promoter, you're in charge of bringing the crowd to the venue, in charge of basically. So same kama the t-shirt you're wearing, you have takeoff, right?
Yes.
So if you have takeoff at this club, that means you as the promoter, the club is expecting you to be able to bring the people the numbers and the sales and to boost the sales and everything, right?
Yes.
Good.
But now as a promoter, if you are in charge to you're expected to bring numbers on a particular venue. So now it depends on how do you engage with the club. So most of the time, when I engage with the club, I always prefer to come with my own DJ lineup. Okay, because you cannot give me your own DJ.
Yeah,
and you expect me to bring numbers with the same DJ. So I always prefer to come with my own
team, basically.
Exactly. I work with my own team.
Okay, I get it.
What's the fun part about your job?
The fun part. Pesa ikitoka.
The money.
It's the money.
It's always the money.
But anyway, that's of course. By the end of the day, you do something you expect to get.
You get a pay.
A pay, okay. But literally, that's not the main thing behind it.
Yeah, true.
Because you see, like the fun part of it is like meaning to watu. Okay, and I love it really when people have fun. Okay, so you have fun in a particular club, and then also now how at an not let me not say a lower cost, but at a friendly cost. Okay, and I could give you a good example. I think last month where I was doing the Burj Khalifa. The 3BK.
3BK. At Amani Hotel.
Yeah, Amani Hotel.
We have to say, Amani Hotel inside Burj Khalifa.
So you see that they are
Lordvic.
From Europe. Literally, from Europe.
So you see there are some people who have never even
been to Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
True. There's so many people who
now
never been inside.
That's why sometimes you see
even for me, that was my first time getting into Burj Khalifa, going to the club. Yeah, 3BK. Yeah.
So you know when we engage with the clubs, we are giving you we are giving our fans opportunity to explore different kinds of to experience Dubai.
Yeah.
I don't just stick. That's why I always love to go around different clubs.
Different venues.
Yeah, different venues. So now, again, and I will guarantee you, today or this Sunday, go to the same Burj Khalifa, 3BK.
3BK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Order whatever, maybe a glass of wine.
Yeah.
You will not get the same price that you would have gotten
when you were
promoting it.
So you also negotiate in terms of
Exactly.
Costs and
all my venues, any venue that I always promote, that's always a priority. I always look into so that's why when I was talking about promoting a club, it's not just about making up the flyer. There's a lot of things involved.
There's a lot of things that come into
There's a cost factor. I always get into the menu. I always check onto the menu, understand their menu.
And you understand your crowd as well.
Exactly. If I see something maybe it's missing, sometimes even I ask them, I always just say, do you guys have
this
like when it comes to food, unajua watu wengi wanafikiria tu hii. It's not about, sometimes you check even some food, maybe you come you are from work, you need some bite,
some
biting
before you start the party. Yeah.
So I always ask, do you have like some fries? Do you have some calamari? Do you have, so at least you work on a particular package, so that kitu ya kwanza mujieka mbele. Mimi nikiingia kwa club, mimi nitaspend aje? Unacheki. So the same, so I want somebody, mtu asumie, mkuja na dem pale, unambaya kadri zake.
Mfuko.
Usifike pale ule budget bro.
On behalf of all the homies.
On behalf of all the
usumie sana. Unaweza fika pale ushapiga hesabu, mtapiga pale mpige mbia 1 2 3 alafu dem anasema mazaya kwa ubao. Na hiyo food tuko tumeangalia.
Anaanza kwambia waiter nipe maji.
Waiter alafu anasema napenda seafood. Uletewe seafood platter.
Bade unajua hiyo kitu ya kuitisha maji. I never thought it's serious more than in comedy until
unajipata
close to home. Okay, sikujipata but it come close to home. Nikaona it is serious. Because now you walk into a place, you have your own budget.
Yes.
Like you're going to spend like 500.
Yeah.
And then you get there, for example, with a lady. Shapiga sabu yako mwana 500 is enough, we can drink and then just have a good time. Then you get there, she's like, I need to eat something. Okay. Mefika pale amesema I don't take this, I only take like wine for example, and I want it in a bottle ama cocktails. Bado unapiga sababu unasema hivyo vyote sawa, hesabu yako imeingiana, lakini hapa nimebaki na 100. Hii fair, hii 100 ama nitishe bia.
Hapo you go whisper to Lordvic's ears.
Unaweza kufuta Lordvic club mzima.
Sasa ziko.
Unajua ni event yako.
Sasa hapa utabidi tumecheza hapa
kwani hakuna complimentaries. Anyway it happens.
So there's an elephant in the room that we need to address.
Yes.
What's that?
The elephant in the room.
naona mpaka na washuku tu yani mkisema elephant in the room.
KIKAO members want us to address.
Yes.
Because and before we get to that elephant in the room, let's go to the precursor.
Okay.
First of all, you are the reason why I asked you about promotion and event organizer. You've done events, literally, and one of the most successful events you've done are yacht parties.
Yes.
That's why actually BIC started
as a yacht party, right?
Yeah, it was a yacht party.
And I think even me,
now I'm in the 8th season. We've been doing the season.
So you've done yacht parties over and over. You've been very successful. I've done one with yours, but it wasn't very successful. But no, I'll be honest. It was on. Let's be honest. But
of course.
I think it was very well organized. Like it was honestly, we didn't have people on that yacht, but man, the level of organization that was on that party was just amazing.
From the food to the
from
drinks.
the food to the drinks to how everything went along, and delays here and there, but that is normal with people coming to the yacht.
Okay.
But now to the elephant in the room, because now we have to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Personally, I know you've done successfully well. You've built a brand as BIC Yacht Party, and it has been amazing. But now to the elephant in the room, the most recent one was for lack of a better word, was a disappointment.
Just say it.
It was a disappointment, and then mostly because first of all, me and Gashu know behind the scenes. We know the backstory, and the reason why we want you to say it is because we don't want to tell guys the backstory, and they said you're covering it up from BIC events.
Oh, okay.
So you put your name on the brand,
Yes.
sawa,
Yes.
and you put our faces on that. And because we are associated with you, and we have like I said, we've done this for 1 year. I'm very proud to say I'm associated with BIC events. I can always vouch for you as an event organizer and as a promoter. Like where you are legit when it comes. You are black and white when it comes to doing events.
Yeah, thank you.
But for this particular one, I'll call you out.
All right.
And I'll say this one, man. Either if it was your fault or not, I know what it was. I know what happened, but because so many people asked and we could not answer them correctly, now this is your platform to tell us what went down with BIC Season 8, because in terms of numbers, it was a success. But in terms of what the expectation was, from me as a
think
DJ,
before we even answer that, just take us through what it takes to do a yacht party.
Yeah.
The process you have to go through to make
actually
a yacht party successful.
Yeah, for you as the event organizer, take us through your normal process, and then now let's come back and tell us what happened.
Yeah, so to that event, what went
that
down.
particular one.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been always waiting. This season 8. It has always haunted me for a long time. Right? That, anyway,
you need to clear the air.
You need to clear the air.
So this is it.
Anyway, I was about to apologize, but let me start. He asked me a question. What's the process to do a yacht party? So number one, literally organization. First of all, you need to know what do you need to have to do a yacht party. Number one is a vessel.
Yeah, the vessel, of course, the yacht. Yeah.
So you must have the vessel. Yeah, and another one, how I've always been doing my yacht parties, I always have a backup. So backup in terms of money wise, because you might plan, you might expect the numbers to show up, and then
they don't.
As usual, sometimes you get disappointed. People don't turn up, and you already booked. So if probably you expected 40 people, and then by the end of the day, 15 people comes, they've already paid, they are there. Party must go on.
And they expect to be on a yacht for 2 hours, 1 hour.
The party has to go on.
Party must go on. So, back up, and then whatever you need, the food, of course, the drinks, all these have to be ready. Prior, this is something that you are keeping ready with your money, not with someone else's money.
Before the tickets.
Yeah, before the tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are how I've always been doing. That's what I've always, and that's why I've always been successful when it comes to these events. So it means even the number of hours have already
been paid for.
Is already paid for. So it means hata kienda tukibaki watu wawili sherehe.
So if you've advertised for 2-hour yacht party, whether it's 5 people or 1 person, your standard is you're gonna do that. And that's why I'm saying the season.
And I know. I'm getting to that. I'll get to that. Okay. Yeah. And one thing with most of the in BIC, especially BIC seasons, I've always been doing like just literally BIC. Like BIC season, just BIC. So it means from A to Z, it's being managed by BIC,
which is
nobody else. Like I frontline A to Z. I understand. I know. I have the mixologist on board. The DJs are there. Those who are catering about the food, they're there. So I understand
from A to Z.
From A to Z. Okay. So that's how I've been running it. That's the process. Okay. Now season 8.
This one. That one.
Season 8. And again, now you have to
karibu turushwe kwa maji.
And again, I also have to be strategic on the dates. Most of the dates I've always been
Actually,
strategic.
the dates. Yeah.
I've always been strategic on the dates. Sometimes I always just tell you guys, I'm feeling unajua normally nikifanya event hata see your parties pekee. Most of my events even now I'm but then you guys be what I do. So I'm accountant by profession. So I always like to do math. After the events, I like to sit down and do the numbers, see is it working out, do the skeleton part of it before I do an event. So now season 8, it was not something that, and that's why I really regret, and it was a lesson to me because I never came up with a date like sikuwa na ile feeling
your own particular date
like the normal process how I always do it. It did not follow that protocol. So somebody approached me, okay, you know, in business sometimes you never know what happens. So somebody approaches you with a deal, tells you, bro, can we do a yacht party, blah blah blah, you know, I have my crowd and all this, you have your crowd, what do you think if we combine these two crowd and we do something huge, you know, it'll be fun, blah blah blah. Then I told you, I'm not ready to do that. But no, don't worry. Everything, it's all taken care of. This particular, I already have a vessel. We even went and saw the vessel. Okay, so the vessel is ready, and then he told me even the drinks are already, you know, those kind of whatever is required. So I told me, okay, everything is ready. So from my side, we just need the crowd. Okay, why not just a few stuff? So he said everything is set. But before we did the event, I even asked, because I know the standard food, even in terms of drinks, there are some drinks that I always allow to do in my event.
Yeah.
Okay? Miss Patiangi Waruchanga.
That's why I say,
let's explain.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said you have to tell
people. So that's
people.
why go to anybody who has ever come to BSC event. They know even the way
the drinks.
The type of drinks you bring.
Normally when I come with a mixologist so that you can have even any classic
cocktails.
Cocktail.
Yeah.
Which yacht parties have you ever gone where you have the
cocktails? Yeah.
Rare, okay? So I asked the guy, okay, in terms of whiskey, what do you have? He told me, blah, 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 vodka, all the lineup of the spirits. Do you have all these? I even send me a video of the drinks. So hii video sijui alikuwa nachukua kwa ama amenenda memaya akanipigia picha.
Alifuata mtu na trolley.
Alizeka kwa trolley akapiga picha akaregesha kwa shelf.
Chakula nikatumiwa video ikiiva, mazena yoiva pale ndani ya microwave. Sorry, kwa oven. So I was satisfied that everything is set on that particular day, but kulikuwa na ile doubt. That's why I kept on asking. I was a bit okay.
You could feel it, eh?
Yeah, I could feel it. My signs kumbe zilikuwa za read, lakini if I knew in advance ninge call it quit. But again, pia mimi I'm one person, I'm always very particular. It's either nitoe flyer ama nisitoe. The moment nikishatoa flyer,
it's you go.
I don't like to recall a flyer.
Yeah.
Okay, so once I post a flyer, that's it. Unless kama kuna kitu imebidi sana ndio go cancel, but I don't like cancelling an event. Kwa sababu ukishatoa kuna tome plan nini mtu amejipanga na off yake alafu unakuja unamdisappoint. Hata event yako. So we attended both. You saw everything went upside down.
Yes. We were all there.
Hiyo siku mpaka mafanzo wangu mpaka and then now there's no like it's very difficult on your side whereby people are demanding some answers but you don't have the answers. Like your answer tied. Unacheki now you are the main event organizer. Unajua hapo ndo nilifeel the guilt.
That's another thing.
It was a huge lesson to me because it was my responsibility to make sure that everything went
perfectly.
So these guys the fans cannot understand that. But even me I couldn't. Ndio maana niliacha mwenye kasirika nitusi nini I was never offended.
Okay,
yeah. But actually after the event I had to take phone call. Nilipigia out because I had their numbers. I called each and every person na to explain. Unajua hiyo kitu na hiyo si kitu ya nini? Hiyo ni kunapigia mtu simu unampatia story unamwambia mazee kulinda hivi. and I'm really glad like almost everybody understood me. There are some who have been coming to my event when they didn't even need apology. They just came. They could notice that. Kuna wengine wali read. Lordvic will be always coming to your event. We understand what went wrong.
We know the standard.
So we understand what went wrong, but next time don't do such bullshit.
So you're saying the biggest lesson you learned is when you're working with someone, you have to be very particular.
You have to be very yes, very particular. But from my side, is if I'm to collaborate with somebody, okay, I would really prefer to, if I'm using my brand, I would prefer
being in charge.
To be in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the best thing is be hands-on. Make sure you are the one. If you like I said, you see most people. And most people came because it was a BIC event.
Yeah. And it was the biggest turnout actually.
Yes.
It was the best
based on previous BIC mega yacht parties. It was something people expected a lot of because people have seen what you've done over the last 7 yacht parties. So this was the 8th one.
Yeah.
As much as the timing is concerned, I think it was perfect, honestly, because the turnout was crazy. And then even for me and Gash as DJs, we were just excited, and DJ Nice, we were just excited and everything. And then everything took a turn, and we can't say it's your fault because we know what happened. And tuseme tu ligongwa. The truth is,
the good thing is when you stated and said you but as a business person, there are things called risks. Because we didn't know how it would have turned out. Probably it would have been even the best.
The best,
because how it was described. Can you imagine somebody with let me say like I know my crowd. Then somebody else come with the same crowd, so you have different crowd.
And then you
do the vibe.
It would have been amazing.
And as a business person, you have to take risks sometimes.
It's a risky affair.
But anyway, it's hard for us as your clients to understand that ni risk unachukua. For us, we're coming there for the fun.
For the fans, it was disappointing because they didn't get what they were promised.
Exactly.
For us as the service providers, it was also as a DJ. I felt like people came expecting me to play and expecting to have what was promised, and because guys came and were like, Brian, what is this? I'm like, I also don't have answers.
Alafu unajua in most that's why I really understood them. In fact, wale wenye nakasirika I really empathize with them because there are some yacht parties. Kuna watu wengine wamekuwa like mtu anatoa yacht party anasema hivi intentionally. Hii si ati kuna wengine wanafanyaga tu ile intentionally. Mkishafika ile kitu mnaambiwa mnapata something different. So you know some people who don't know you well, they can
feel like this is your thing.
They can categorize you.
They can, true. That's
but true. It's good we are beyond that because.
But at least now we like this like.
Hata juzi nilipa kuna mwingine alinicharaza matuzi lakini juzi tupata na club ya mnyana kwa Mazana nilikutuzi sana lakini yenyewe nekela. Akanambia hata the following day ukinipigia simu usikushika kwa sababu ile matuzi mkucharaza hata mimi nilikuwa tu guilty.
But at least now I think that was the elephant in the room, and that is one thing that most people wanted to understand what happened.
But I also have another question, which is also an elephant.
Leo mko na leo elephant times 2 inaitwa nini? Ndovuku. Ndovu ni ku.
There's a time Jimani came to Dubai, and there's an incident that happened, and show ikakuwa turn up ilikuwa low. I remember last year, right?
Yes. And he spoke about it on his podcast.
And he spoke about it in his podcast, and akasema Kenyan promoters. It's like you guys are failing. It's like you're doing parallel events on a particular day. It's like you're separating the funds.
All right.
So
and actually, actually, it's something now. Like let's be honest. It's something that is happening literally the last 1 month.
Not even last 1 month. Since that time, it's been happening.
You see, the point we are trying to say is, I think we don't have such a huge crowd in Dubai of Kenyans where you're putting 4 events for Kenyans on the same day. Kwani you guys who are mna cooperation as promoters and event organizers?
In your own opinion, able to take us through that.
You remember when I defined event organizers and promoters?
Yes.
Okay, I think that will really fall under this category. Now, you have promoters who are promoting particular club. Somebody else every Friday is doing a particular every Friday is doing a particular event. And then now this kind of a promoter, he has they have an agreement or some sort of
Deal.
a deal with the club. Okay. So, and then they work under different budget. Okay. So there are some move. They want to tell you, okay, this, but can we do an event this weekend? Why not? Then they do their own event, and again, can we do next weekend? Why not? So there's that one.
That agreement,
one side,
yes.
Okay. And then there are the organizers. The organizers, the one I was saying, that's once in a while. So these organizers, for them, they can be, like I was talking about, you can select a date
And decide.
You can decide on a date. Okay. So you have a flexibility to decide on a particular date to do an event, because you are hujalazimishwa, you are not, it's not compulsory.
It's not like there's a number that you need to meet on that particular
No, not
day.
even a number. You are not, how do you put it? You are not entitled, to a particular date. Like it has to be on this particular day, like on a Saturday. So you have the choice. You
have the freedom to choose
the flexibility of choosing.
Yeah, you can choose a different day. Okay. So here is where now my opinion comes. This kind of the organizers who have the option to select a particular day, they can monitor, see like what's happening on that particular day that they want to do an event. If probably there's another event that collides, you have the room to adjust. Okay. But now these are the promoters who are promoting a particular club, and their budgets agree. One, it's two ways. They have an option or they don't have an option. If maybe the management or the club decide that we have to do an event on this particular day, let them do it. Okay. But again, talking of now considering the Kenyan crowd, we know, and again, we go with the performance of the fans. We always know most fans between the first and second week, there's a good turnout, and the last there's a good
week.
turnout. There's no promoter who will. Kuna wengine wanajaribu,
cut.
But it's rare to find an event organizer putting in the midst of the month on the 21st, probably. Very rare.
Very rare. Yeah.
So now we have these days. So the fans, it's not the promoters. The fans have forced the promoters, the event organizers. You already communicated to the event organizers that the only day that we can always turn up in good numbers is the first week, second week, and the last week. So you have 3 days.
Those weeks.
Yeah, those
3 weekends basically.
3 weekends.
In a month.
Yeah, in a month. Yeah. So now you see this. The promoters, everybody has to chase this particular day.
Yeah, those numbers.
Those days. Yeah. So now the ones who have the opportunity to adjust, and in my own opinion, like I think you guys are not mentioning, but we have an event. We have events that are upcoming.
Like this weekend, we have like four events.
Not this weekend.
No, the other weekend. Yeah, the other weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, there are 4 events. Yeah. So some are fixed because they are related to clubs. Okay. But in my own opinion, as much as let me just use the word the Luo Nights. There are 2. This could be this. In my own opinion,
yes,
as Lordvic, not
as a promoter,
not as a promoter, as Lordvic, yes.
In my own opinion, as Lordvic, not as BA's events, this could have been avoided.
Yes, easily.
Because,
and I think that's the thing Jiman was raising.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm asking. Don't you guys communicate? Because, for example, I'll tell you now. Let's call a spade. Up to Lisema KIKAO, we don't hold it.
Yeah.
So we'll say we have 2 events, same themed events. We have Luo Mugithi night. Yes. Luo Mugithi. Basically, we have an artist from Mugithi. It's a copy paste.
Yeah, it's a copy paste.
So one artist from Mugithi, one artist from Uhangala, one artist from Mugithi.
No. It's one artist from Mugithi, one artist from Uhangala, one artist Uhangala, one artist
Mugithi again.
They added.
It's 2 artists, right?
No.
On the other side.
On the other side, it's
Luo
and Rumba.
Or Luo and
the DJ
Rumba.
is a Rumba DJ and a Luo artist.
Either way.
But it's the same thing.
So let me ask you, for example,
you can say like the more of a vernacular
maybe I have friends. Let's say we are in a group of 6 people, right? let's not even talk about the artists themselves. Let's talk about the promoters. Lordvic is my friend. Gashu is a promoter. He's my friend. And then we have somebody else who's a promoter, and they're all my friends. They all want me to go support. Now, all three of you are doing an event on the same day. You're bringing, basically the events are just copy paste. It's like, huyu alitoa poster, huyu pia katoa yake, like that. Sasa, out of the 6 of us, kuna mwenye ni close na Gashu, mimi ni close na wewe, kuna mwingine ni close na mse mwingine. Now, how are we supposed to go out the 6 of us and have a good time, the 6 of us? Forget, you know, sometimes as much as you want to make money, can you think of the people you're trying to get this money from? Because there's people who love maybe Darkchild as a DJ, and they also love this other DJ so much. But now, wanaangalia, okay, Darkchild is playing here, this other DJ is playing here, where do I go? Mimi wazee mimi ni mse wa Darkchild, mimi lazima niende Darkchild. Mazee mimi Darkchild ni mpoa, lakini mazee ule anakuanga boys wangu. Sasa wataendaje? How are you going to split these groups? How are the friends going to hang out and enjoy themselves, have a good time without having conflict of interest? As promoters, as event organizers, do they, like you guys, if you watch this show, do you think about how we want to be entertained other than just you doing an event blanketly for the sake of wacha mimi nifanye wase watakam, you know? Because it's a very small community. It's not like Nairobi you can pull it off. This is not Nairobi. You can't have six artists in one weekend, ama 3 different gigs in one night. Alafu una expect to break even. Boss, you're somebody's gonna lose it. You know, tuambiane tu kweli, kuna mse atapoteza do, kuna mse amechoma do. So even as you market your event, there's somebody who's going to lose money.
Kuna badi meungua. Kuna badi jaungua.
Usidiscourage sasa.
Si kweli, you know, tuambiane kweli. Somebody's going to lose money.
Wacha hiyo siku ifike.
Okay.
Somebody's going to lose money.
Ngoja. See, and that's why I like to view it perspectively. Now, look at the other side also. Okay? Hata wenye wako Kenya walikuwa natucorrect, mnaweka event nini. Sasa hizi ukienda Kenya, kuna siku kuiva imefungwa juu Loft wanapiga, Pari wanachapa nini.
But you know, that's a whole country.
I know it's a different case, but no, wait.
Yeah.
Because see, hapa pia unajua, like I said, kuna club, okay, those clubs they exist. Okay?
Yes, they
do. These clubs
and
that we're talking about
normally,
in Dubai, in clubs in Dubai they exist.
Yes.
And then now based on those days that I've told you, based on those circumstances, nime highlight, all these clubs wanakuwa forced wana tu wacha pembe ninyoroshe. Saa zingine maybe intentionally. Kuna wengine like umetoa fly wametoa alafu wametoa. But again kuna zingine can be avoided. For example, wiki ya kwanza ukishanyorosha. Watu wakakuja nini. Alafu kuna mwingine alikuwa shaika wiki ya pili. Alafu tena unakuja pia unaekelea juu yake. So those ones are
avoidable mistakes.
Yeah, those ones can be avoided. Okay? Again pia nimesema hizi na one time like organize umesikia Luo night ndio inapigwa hivi nyingine. Alafu tena unakuja unaongezea Luo night. For me that does no literally for me that doesn't make sense.
That is bad business actually.
For me that doesn't make sense. Ukiweka ingine DJs wanacheza huko, kuna artists wanacheza, it's okay. Mtu akona option anaenda kwa
with DJs is different actually. With DJs is different.
Even with
artists, but
the team, you know, when you have to a particular team.
Okay, let's do this. Let's now use some examples. We have a DJ here coming in this club. We have an artist coming in this club. That's fine. Because I might not like this artist, I might not like this DJ.
Yeah, true.
But
maybe I don't listen to Angla, so I can go listen to the DJ instead. Because
I have this DJ coming here and have this DJ coming here, which is also okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because I can choose whichever DJ we want to go to. But we cannot have DJ here, DJ here, DJ here. First weekend. I mean, the first week of the month.
The same night.
Yeah. And then the next week, one of these guys says like, it's okay, I will do another one, now an artist. And then now because you saw mine was successful this week, you also now spring back again. Now you also bring
somebody else.
Like you tried to say, it's like a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah,
you did last week.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Let me do this
you
week.
Guys communicate? Kama wewe Lordvic was BIC events, you've decided on the, let's say 29th of March, for example, just like a random date at the end of the month, 29th of March, I want to, because it's not like you wake up and decide I'm going to bring this artist. You plan, like you said, you plan meticulously, right?
Yes.
So, and if you're working with the club and everything, for you to secure that date, you plan ahead. I'm guessing at least maybe 2 weeks before, right? So by the time you're booking this artist and you're communicating and you're doing this, do you as organizers ever even within yourselves unasema tu enyewe acha niangalie? I know there's that competition of naweza pigia Gashu nimuulize Gashu aseme ai unafanya hivi. There's that thing definitely hiyo iko, lakini why can't it's business, right? Why can't you come together and aim for badala ya kuchapana vita? Why don't you just make money whereby wewe kama Lordvic, I'm doing this weekend, nakwambia Gashu mimi nafanya hivi, I'm gonna make this money, you do this one, I'm gonna support you. No, you can come together and support each other. Not literally Lordvic as BiC saying, okay, bro, I'm supporting.
Let me cut you short. No, the problem with that one comes in. I will now answer you this one. I'm also not a promoter, but I'll answer you. When it comes to such things, sometimes you also look at it like he tried to explain. There's someone who has a particular day in a particular club. So this guy is doing every Friday of the month in this particular club.
Yes.
So if I release my poster today, someone else is doing something else, I cannot change that.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
get?
Yeah.
So even if we discuss,
yeah.
how do we discuss and I stop mine and you stop yours? You get?
And you have one day, yeah?
And you have one day.
I know.
I'm doing every Friday.
I know.
So even the middle of the month, the one that is dry, I'm still doing it also.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
You have your own club there. You're doing another particular day. For example, you're doing now Thursday or Saturday. So I do Friday, you do Saturday.
Yeah,
do Friday, do Saturday.
Yeah,
so it's more or less the same thing. So that's why even when it comes
that
to...
That one is okay. Me, I'm talking of, it's a Saturday and we have like 2, 3, 4 things going on in one town, in one city.
Okay.
You understand my point? Ile design, wewe, you have Saturday at your club. Uyu maybe is flexible enough to even change it to a Friday.
No, but that's what I said when I describe like
there's organizers
those who are
and
not
promoters. Yes.
Those who are not fixed to a particular club, they have the flexibility. They can readjust.
Why do we have to be competitive about the business?
This is charity begins from home. This is something that we've learned from home. It's not something that started here. Let me answer you by that. Because even in Kenya, you'll find that if I open my own M-Pesa shop here and it start doing well, in the next 2-3 months,
quail business.
There'll be like 7 more M-Pesas in that same line.
But can I ask you a question?
The quail mentality, yeah?
Can I ask you a question? Would you prefer to have just one venue doing events every time?
Not one venue. I wouldn't prefer one venue, but I would prefer if you as organizers were more organized.
Yeah. Have like a...
if you as organizers were more organized in the sense that let us have, it's fine, we can have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole weekend. Wacha wasanii wote wa Nairobi wakuje wajazane Dubai, fine. Hiyo ni sawa, because me, I have an option of I have an option of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can pick all 3 if I'm able to go. I can pick one. That's fine. But now, you're doing 10 people from Nairobi on Saturday only. Alafu, remember, like I said, it comes down to me as the consumer. Because you might you're doing it as a business. Me, I'm talking on behalf of those guys who want to go out and have fun.
True.
Yeah. That we are seated here. There are 3 of us. You like, so it's like a buffet menu, right? When you're offering a
even
buffet,
this weekend, myself I'm a promoter, but it's very complicated.
I have an option to eat this and not eat this. But when you put it all there, and then we all have to sit on the same table and you have allergies. Unaona unatusumbua, umetuwekea cocktail hapo. Mimi niko na allergy ya nuts. Mbona unatupatia chakula the same? Sizi kula. You get? So give us options. Put it at mweke Friday, Saturday, Sunday ni sawa. But one day is...
No, there is one thing that I've always been advocating for, and especially I think you could remember, especially the clubs that do same night. Right? It's good to do same nights, locally. They are your own local DJs. But if you already know that you're doing a same night, for me, I would prefer we can compare notes. We can say, you don't need, no, necessarily you don't need to reveal whether you're doing an artist or you're doing a DJ. You can always just check, hey bro, hey, what's up?
I'm thinking of doing something.
This the first week.
What are you doing?
Are you planning to do something? Or okay, can I do the first week or you do the second week? Or can I do the first week, you do the last week?
That's exactly what I mean.
And it's not guaranteed. You know, pia kuna utamwambia hivyo
no, kuna vichwa ngumu, of course.
Exactly. So, gentleman's agreement on a particular day, that can work. But
and that is exactly what I'm suggesting. I'm not saying useme naleta huyu, but I'm just saying
that can work. But that can work but
lakini watu ni wale
No, as I told you, it's a
man eat man society.
I'm not from another country, so I don't know how they do their thing. But
it's
as a Kenyan, once someone is successful in something, a few years ago, when we started BIC, there were not so many promoters in Dubai. They were, but they were not doing much events that they're doing now. Actually, now we have like two more extra promoters who have sprung up.
Oh, like in the between January and now, we've had like more promoters coming up in
people
terms of
are starting their own like projects, like events running on,
which is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue.
The thing is, the market is big enough for as many promoters as possible. But the crowd is not big enough for one night of all of you. Like separating us different ways. Yeah, you cannot accommodate all of us in one night.
When you can
it's a have business, as many as possible, but you cannot accommodate all of us in one night.
I don't start a business for me to make 20% or 30%. I start a business for me to gain 100%, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So now we're having a conflict whereby we are 6 event promoters. We're doing 6 events in one night.
It's crazy.
And you all of you are targeting Kenyans. And you see,
exactly.
nobody's going beyond.
Almost similar crowd.
Not even almost similar.
We're in the same market. It's a similar crowd anyway.
You're targeting the same people because you're expecting me to show up. You're expecting me and my friends to show up, and all 6 of you are expecting me and my friends to show up.
Yeah,
I've been having hard time since yesterday. So many people asking me.
Yeah, where should I go? Where should I party?
Sababu mtu anakupigia sasa Lordvic mnatakaje na sisi?
No, my question is, and this is a question I'm putting out there, and I want you also to give me your opinion on this. Is there a way that you can all come up together and like have a similar sitting and work in the same venues? Like we identify now venues. These are Kenyan venues. We have 3 venues. One for Friday, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. Okay? So now what you do, you say, for me, I feel comfortable working on a Friday. You go like 4 promoters, 1 club, work Friday. Because now this is the concept I'm having with it. If we do an event here, this club tells us, I need a certain number. My target for you guys is 100,000. You're doing an event on Friday. 4 promoters. So that means you come with your crowd. Because as a promoter, you have your own crowd. As much as there's that crowd that comes because of Lordvic, but there's like a small crowd that will always work with you.
Yeah.
Here's another promoter. You all work in the same crowd.
Of yours, yeah.
So now the revenue you make from that night, mnagawana.
Because hiyo kidogo kuliko umenje.
Yeah, because now what happens, kuna mtu ataumia na amekelea pesa. Na ameumia vibaya.
Like I said, hiyo tarehe mbili kuna mtu atatengeza do na kuna mtu atatengeza do.
Lakini ya weekly na clubs you no, let me be honest, this cannot
weekly club local DJs.
You know, one time event.
We do events. Kama sasa for example, this coming Saturday on the 2nd, we have 4 events on a particular, actually 5 events on one night.
Kuna mpaka Ajman.
You guys, like for example, the ones who are doing Ohangala and the other Luo thing, wangeshikana, wafanye moja.
Get a bigger venue.
The other guys,
bring all 4
washikane, wafanye ingine moja. So now, at least we know, if we have 20,000 Kenyans going out to party tonight,
you have 10 here,
you have 10 here, 10 here.
Yeah.
You get? Yeah. To a point of, even if you're selling tickets, it will be like, you get?
See, collaborations is, and I'll give you a good example. Like I've done a lot of, I've listened to many, even like in the US, money promoters, what they do is, like now we have clubs in Abu Dhabi, right? If you guys, if you guys were, this is the thing I have, the problem with the Kenyans. You see, now we have like clubs in Abu Dhabi. If you guys were working together here, instead of just counting on msanii atakuja ama this DJ is gonna come, I make money, I go. If you collaborate, you find that you can even collaborate with the other Emirates where guys can party and go to clubs, and because there are Kenyans there, you can collaborate even in countries like Doha in Qatar, where by now it becomes a touring thing. The same way guys can tour US. You guys, because the promoters in the US here, somebody brings somebody here, unapigia mse, hey, umemleta Seattle, can I have him over for the weekend? That's why they do a US tour. It's not one guy. It can be one guy, but hizo club wanaendanga other states. It's because they collaborate. You can collaborate. Literally a Middle East tour where somebody can go to Doha, come to Abu Dhabi, and come to Dubai, and go back home and it can be a successful thing. Lakini sasa ubaya wa Kenya, kila mtu anataka mfuko yake ndo ijae kuliko ule mwingine.
Exactly.
And this is a message to you promoters. You can all make this market is big enough for all of you to make money and be satisfied without being greedy and being, like fighting
it even becomes cheaper for you as promoters, because now if you're working as a collaboration between now, for example, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, you can have an artist perform in Dubai on Friday or Saturday, and then take him to Abu Dhabi on the next particular day. You get?
It's a 1 hour drive.
So sawa inawezekana, lakini now wanaojua mapromota wote weke
shida ni kuweka pamoja. Hapo ndo shida iko.
No, kitu
wengine
acha niseme na Kiswahili, maybe kizungu sound vizuri. Kenya try kusema ni you have your own club, we run mambo yako. But ile siku tunafanya event, and that's why I gave an example on date 2. Kuna promoter hii pande wangeshikana, wajenge hii night, ijae wakule vizuri. Washikane ijae wakule vizuri. Now this is why you sit down mnasema, hii club tuko na budget ya for example 50k. Tufa commit 50k leo usiku. 50k itakuwa imelipa msanii na sisi tutakuwa na do yetu ya kukula. Okay? So this night mmepromote Lordvic na team yako. Gashu na team yake. Nyinyi mka make 60k yenu. Ule aka make target yake. By the end of the night kila promoter pale ametoka na pesa yake. Una get?
Yeah, cause
inaweza kuwa kidogo but ni better than kukosa. Jupali pia unaweza ungua.
So let me answer you, and that's the big reality why it's very difficult for this to happen. Okay, because the mode of financing of the event, it's very different. We have to start from the mode of financing of an event. There are some events whereby a particular promoter will finance the event. There are some events whereby the club will finance. There are some events whereby third parties will finance. So
behind the scenes.
So this is the key factor, and that's why it can never happen together.
But at the end of the day, ni revenue mnaangalia.
So it can if people compromise that, but let me tell you, there's nobody who can
compromise.
If you compromise,
have a gentleman's agreement, because everybody is chasing the bag,
and that's what I'm telling you.
Everybody is trying to secure it, right?
So now listen. Now we are not working on a particular base. We are working on a reality check. So these are reality check. As long as we have those kinds of models of financing, it can't work.
But let me ask you a question. All this mode of financing, when I finance an event size, niseme nataka kufanya, for example, nataka nilete calligraph na Otile na nani niwapigie event moja kali ya Kenya. Even if I'm getting the money from my pocket, by the end of the day, I'm selling tickets there to make money back for me, sindio? So if I finance 50,000 for this event, by the end of the day, I need my 50,000 back, sindio? So if we have more promoters guaranteeing that your 50,000 itakuwa, that means 50,000 yangu imerudi.
Exactly, it still comes back to what I'm telling you, the mode of finance. So now wait 1 second. Now from where you are talking about, that's like a third party. A third party comes in and say, either a third party or a club comes in and say, I'm gonna finance this particular event. I need 10 promoters. Okay. 10 promoters give me this particular, bring all the artists, I'm going to finance this particular project, bring all the promoters together, then this is the mode of operation.
Then that's where we should start from.
Exactly, so that's one, okay. Then you're going to do that. Probably one, now here is a third party coming in. Remember, there's another club still pending. Now this particular club is financing itself, okay? And this particular club doesn't care about whatever Kenyans are having fun somewhere else, it doesn't care. This particular club want the club to be full on this particular, the same day, this particular club, the owner needs that particular club to be full. He's telling the guys, listen guys, I don't give something, whatever is up in that particular club, but I need this club to be full. Can you give me a lineup? Why not? Lineup. Then the same thing, Rika. That's
okay, sawa. I've given you a lineup. Wewe mwenye unalipia as a club. I've given you my lineup. These people I know wakikuja hapa tutakafunga. That guy is removing money to pay for the tickets and all that. He's chucking money to do all that.
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, he's also expecting some money back, right?
Returns.
But now because this particular place, the event promoter, mwenye unasema ameshikanisha watu 10 akaweka place moja akamwambia tufanyeni event, tunakula sisi wote. Who do you think will sell more?
of course huyo mwenye ameshikanisha wote.
So ule bado ataungua, si ndio?
Yes.
So kuliko aungue kama pia mwenyewe angecha kiburi asemee, wewe guys, fanyeni aje. Mko promoter 10 hapa. Kuja
And
tufanye
exactly,
biashara
that's why
At the end of the day, there's always strength in numbers.
Yes.
So now
that's why it's circumstantial.
yeah. So our last question, just because our time is out.
Yeah.
So with all these factored in as a promoter, do you really think the Kenyan industry in terms of entertainment in Dubai will ever grow beyond this? If this is the kind of mentality we have, do you think it will grow beyond? Do you think we'll ever get to the Llanos and to Coca-Cola Arena, or because all the other nationalities are doing major events in this country except us, because this is the kind of mentality we are dealing with. Do you think will you get to a point where people will start seeing the bigger picture and stop being trivial about very petty issues such as those?
As a DJ?
No, like for him as a promoter, and then you will, and then we
No,
go to...
if you reach a point whereby we can have the gentleman, literally I always like to use the gentleman. When you have a gentleman agreement and sincere,
then we can grow.
Then
but until that day, we are just...
Until that day, we'll do the same thing.
We target 200 people in the club.
We are giving you diversity. Chagua mali unataka kuenda, wendo jibambe. Let's have fun.
I actually had this discussion with him the other day, and I was suggesting, what if we have a thing whereby we say, do your thing. Do these competitions you want to do. This silly competition. Let me call them silly because they're silly.
They're silly.
Yeah, do their silly competitions during the year. But at the end of the year, we can start with one. Okay? No. So let's say, for example, December comes. We say December, whoever wants to book artists, shidako. But now me and we are going to do one big event.
Yeah.
We're going to look for one major venue that can accommodate like 500 plus people. We're going to chuck money. We're going to have a DJ and an artist coming to have a Kenyan night. Kenyan night means we can even have 3 artists.
Yeah.
Okay? So now we're trying to incorporate all Kenyans on one particular night
in UAE.
to be in one venue.
Not even in Dubai. We are talking of...
No, that's fun. That's fun. Like the All-African event.
Like the All-Africa event. Like now we have a Kenyan event.
That one is possible. If I think...
But I think for me, it's very possible. No, but for me, my take home, at the end of the day, this is what I'll say. Yeah, you guys can continue fighting, but a paradigm shift is coming. Tables are going to turn. Because the way you guys are acting, there are people that are also watching what you guys are doing, and the people that are thinking differently. And this is why we have platforms like this. So if you're out there and you can see all these things, if you think there's a paradigm shift, it's about time you act, because these guys are slacking.
you know the same thing. Kuna juzi tu nimeongea one of my good friends, one of promoters. Kuna watu watakuja kubadilisha hii game. Nilimwambia mafans kila time wanalia watu event mingi. Nikamuuliza why not siku moja tu tukaushe tu for 6 months. Hakuna tuzitoa event yote. Tunafanya kambia itafanyika aje after your meeting flight umetoka.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I strongly believe a paradigm shift, because it's not you're not the only people who are seeing what you guys are doing.
Usisahau pia the paradigm shift kuja ku happen is the same crowd yenye na target. So hata hawa wata change tu mode yao.
Ni sawa.
Bro,
but you see
this thing, that's why I said before
change is you see, paradigm shift doesn't mean you're gonna take it and run. It means somebody's going to change and then you're gonna wake up. So whether the fact that you're going to wake up is beneficial to all of us at the end of the day. It's beneficial to all of us. Until you wake up and see the bigger picture, you're always going to be stuck in the same place. Until somebody comes and shows you, by then you say, if you had done it this way, me, I've taken it and I've run. You get my point?
For now, let me give my fans simple advice. Okay, itibekuwa hivi for now to survive.
Survive.
I can give you one free advice to survive in this environment. Treat it positively. Where kama we've been given options.
Yeah,
exactly. Because that's how it is. There are people who love mtu anapenda tu kwenda kwa yacht parties, uko option hiyo siku. Wewe unapenda kwenda kwa desert, uko na option hiyo siku. Wewe unapenda ngoma zinaenda hiyo nini? Huko. Unapenda the vernacular, enda huko. So to be when you positively,
at the end of the day, go where your heart pleases.
Exactly. Yeah. When ujibambe.
Anyway, so 2nd of March, what's happening? Hebu tuambie now. Parting shot before we take the parting shot. 2nd of March.
2nd of March. I have a show on 2nd of March at Culture. I'll be DJing there with the Silver. We are hosting vernacular artists.
Who and who?
Wacha promoter aseme.
Kumbe
Mimi nimeongea kama DJ.
kama DJ. Promoter tuambie second of March.
Yeah, so second of March. Sasa si kila mtu akae kwa mlango, kila mtoto acheze kwa mlango yao.
Kila mtu acheze kwa mlango yake.
Kila mtoto kwa mlango yao.
Kila mtoto kwa mlango.
Sasa mimi nishaparara, wacha nikae kwa nishacheza kwa matope, wacha nirudi kwa mlango yetu nikae. Sasa on second of March we have 2 artists. Mugithi?
Yeah, Gatutura
Hiyo jina inasumbuaga sana.
Machete King. And
Alafu tuko na Elisha Toto. Eli Toto. Paroganya Subai. Paroganya Subai. Tukisema hivyo ndo mnajua nani Eli Toto.
Ikisema hivyo ndio.
Huyu amesema Machete, sisi mimi najua Gatutura. Sasa mwenye adima Gatutura anajua Machete. So ukisema
sasa kama yeye Paroganya Subai sasa ndio hiyo.
That one will be amazing. So if that is the kind of vibe, you are welcome to culture. We'll see you there. KIKAO in the house, of course.
KIKAO in the house. Come interact, have fun with us.
Come interact, yeah. Always say hi. Always
say
appreciate
hi.
the big ups and everything.
Hata shots tunaweza nunua.
Hata
tunakunywanga shots pia.
Hata tunaweza kununulia pia si mbaya.
Pia tunaweza kununulia si mbaya.
Sisi wabaya hivyo.
Tuko na promoter hapa.
Tuko na promoter. Ukiona promoter mwambie wewe.
Wewe promoter.
Promoter leo amebondwa.
But anyway, Gashu, thanks for Lordvic, thanks for coming. Parting shot, anything you want to say last?
Watu wajibambe.
But I like something you've said. Be positive about the way things nakuja. Wacha kujekelea pressure promoter by the way. Wacha mwenye anaungua wewe furahia bado unasikia roho yako. Mali roho yako iko nenda furahia wa kuungua.
But you see, I think for us we were just viewing eating based on unajua kama inaitwaje kama reveler ama kama consumer nataka kuambia vile watu wana feel.
But these are questions that
which is good, you know.
And we just given it a platform where we just raising the questions. Hapo kwa comment if you have something extra to say something to
what's your opinion on all of this?
If you want to counter our opinion, it's fine. Hapo chini promoters counter it. Pen opinion yako what we can do better or how
we can grow better. And what also you guys want in terms of them. How to manage their events and everything.
Kitu moja mnamjua baadaye mapromota tunanga bifile.
No, najua ni biashara. We know it's not personal.
I was really happy, the last event here kina nani will come the DJs Festa and all that. Apparently almost all the promoters were there. Almost, so it was fun.
That's the thing.
And that's why even as promoters sometimes we ever feel like when we have a particular time we attend some events.
But
unajua yao si beef ni biashara, business.
But you as a promoter spearhead this thing. Try and sit down with these people, organize one major event ya mwaka kufunga mwaka. Ile tunasema leo is a 254 night. Tutavata t-shirt za Kenya, tutakuja na mabendera za Kenya, like we have this night.
No, that can be fun,
where we want all promoters. Ndio nasema the whole year tumepigana, tumekimbizania pesa. Now we come and sit down. Kasiku kamoja. We compromise one weekend tuseme sasa leo tumechukua beach fulani. Eastern sikia wa Kenya.
Kabisa.
Kujeni tupige sherehe until morning. So we have like a DJ.
We have locally owned companies who can even come on board and support.
Yeah, even local companies that can come on board and sponsor it.
Yeah, actually if you are locally owned company in Dubai owned by Kenyans and you want us to talk about your products and your services and everything, we are open for it. You can always reach out to us. You can always DM us on Instagram, KIKAO Podcast. Sindio?
Yes.
If you feel like you have a product you wanna share with the audience out there, we are open. Kuja tuongee tu hapo kwa ofisi.
Thanks for coming through. Na waambie watu wako wa subscribe.
Waambie
fans wako wa subscribe.
Subscribe kwa KIKAO.
Wakifika huko nyumbani.
Wakipatana huko kwa wanga.
Wakipatana huko nyumbani uambie.
This has been KIKAO episode 8. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, tell us what you think. We are on Spotify, we are on YouTube. Always you can always listen if you can't watch. Shukran sana. It's been KIKAO episode 8. Brand exclusive.
Gashu.
Mr. Lordvic.
BiC
events. Shukran.
See you next time.
Mujipambe.